Yeah, here's the thing. People who actually use Delta 8, Delta 9, they say some of them are gun owners, so they can't get a medicinal license at the same time. Others say that they just don't want their names in a database showing that they use marijuana. But narcotics officers say that Delta 8, well, it's still a controlled substance, so they're going to start cracking down.
You're 21, right?
Of course. Access to synthetic marijuana has gotten so easy, it's now just a few clicks away.
Okay. Oh, look, the hero dose.
People like Jed Green with Oklahomans for Responsible Cannabis Action say that's not exactly a good thing. It's still illegal.
Not only are some of these concoctions inherently bad, there is no consumer safety testing on these.
You may remember about a decade ago, synthetics like K2 and Spice popped up on shelves and law enforcement cracked down. Well, things simmered down for a while, then the 2018 Farm Bill happened. Hemp came about again, then medicinal marijuana became widely available. Then, that began to get more crackdowns, leading to synthetics once again sprouting across the market under the guise of just being hemp, with names like Delta 8, Delta 9, or THCA.
It is not a hemp product that can legally be sold in Oklahoma's grocery stores, gas stations, or other types of convenience stores. We believe what they're doing is 100% illegal, and we are working investigations right now.
It promises calming effects similar to marijuana, but not from the flower itself.
You don't know what you're getting. Oftentimes it's not made by people who are following legitimate medical marijuana protocol when they're manufacturing their product. They're making it out of chemicals.
Mark Woodward with the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics worries how that ease of access could affect kids who can just get it at a gas station or a vape shop. A shop employee told me today they don't see the dangers in it.
I don't think it's any more harmful. It doesn't feel any worse, any better. I haven't had any of my customers complain about it. Every single one of them that uses it talks about how much better they feel.
And Green also pointed out that another drawback or something that would also be against the medicinal marijuana industry is the fact that it's taking money away, not just locally, but also out of state. Estimates show that synthetic marijuana is garnering up to $100 million a year for out-of-state sales as well. Live in Oklahoma City, Chantal Navarro, KOCO 5 News.